on the YouTube, I'm the Toff Man, and welcome back to some more Thaumcraft and Botania Unite Series 2. Woo! Guys, it's episode number 17 today. Now, I do apologise for the lack of... I don't know if it was last week or this week that there was a missing episode, and I do apologise. But well, not this week, but last week or the week before, there would be a missing episode. The reason why, guys, is I have changed my shift pattern at work, and it's made it slightly more difficult to get anything done, which is really difficult, and I don't like it. But anyway, guys, we're here, it's my day off, and I have got a coffee. Nice. Got a coffee, I'm ready and raring to go with this little project that we've got from the last episode, if you can remember. Tree farm, which is doing absolutely wonderfully. It's creating its stuff and doing its biz, which is ledge. We've got the crafty crate going on here. If we take a look at the thermometer here, guys, it will actually let me see it this time. That's good. It will. You can see on top left there, just underneath. Oh, there we go. It's because I was looking at that. There is a slight dark purple line which is starting to sort of grow, and the reason why, of course, is this. It's this. It's not doing anything. We really need that puriflower really quickly. But if we take a look at this, guys, is anything actually coming through at the moment? Did I send it through? Like, I can see nothing coming out of the hopper, so I'm just wondering if this has some sort of... I think I might have turned it off to sort of deal with the backlog of the amount of actual stuff that we had. I think I must have turned it off because there's nothing coming out there, guys. So I'll leave that the way that it is, actually. I came down here to turn it off, but it's already done, so that's great. Let's go and take a quick look and see how much in the way of logs we've got. We haven't got any. That's probably why. That is probably what the issue is here, guys. We've got no logs in the system. Still, we've got the... why is this not... Like, surely it should be planting these a lot quicker than what it actually currently is. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a little helping hand, guys, by planting some trees this episode. That's literally not all we're going to do. Don't you worry about it, guys. We're going to be getting on with those sparks, that is for sure. There's a few things that we'll need to do before we actually get to putting these on there. If you take a look, last episode I did mention about the electric Botania and shoving it through the portal. I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before, actually. It is actually a bug. It's meant to give you the bug back. It wasn't giving you the bug back. He's fixed it. It's awesome. Back to normal again, which is great. So if we take a look, what's this? Has changed. I know. I've updated it. We look at the thingy and put in sparks. So we get spark augmentation, as you rightly know. Starting off, the dispersive augment has the spark use up the mana in the pool to charge any nearby player's mana containing items. We don't have any of those at the moment. All of ours are normal Minecraft tools. If we take a look further on here, the dominant augment spark will have any spark pull any mana from any nearby non-augmented spark pools into its own until it's completely full. We don't want that either. The recessive augment will have the spark output all of the mana in its pool to any nearby non-augmented or dispersive sparks pools until it's completely empty. So the recessive... basically, I need the recessive spark. To start things off, the recessive spark is definitely what we need. So, to make this then, guys, we're going to need some pixie dust, a rune of earth, and a mana steel ingot. We're also going to need to sleep really quickly. Alright, guys, I had to do a little bit of work with the orchid up there to be able to get some more of the coal. We have our ability to get ourselves the earth rune, which is exactly what we need. There we go. And, oh, what was that? Right click with an empty hand to add back the last recipe. That's interesting. That's also very good. And we also need to chuck one of these through here. No, that was not what I wanted to chuck through there at all. In fact, we wanted to shove that into here and then shove this through to there. Lovely. And that'll give us the pixie dust. Now that should, in theory, give us the ability now to create that recessive spark. So pixie dust. I don't know if it's like... Yeah, it is. It is... it's Shapeless recipe, which is good. So this recessive spark then, we need to actually create a spark itself at this current moment in time. I'm just going to take this one. There we go. I'm just going to take this one because I need to get some more blaze rods. And we're going to shove that over this pool right here. We're then going to give this the recessive spark. And that should, let's have a quick look, will spark output all of the mana into its pool into any nearby non-augmented or dispersive sparks. So we need a total of 8 more sparks to put on top of these pools so that it will go ahead and disperse what it has from here into all the rest of these, which is exactly what we want to do. We seem to have slowed down on the wood production. We do indeed. I don't know if it's because the system is off or we've just caught up to ourselves in respect to the amount of wood that we are using. Seem to be picking up all this wood at the end here. Let's chuck it this way and see what happens. Right, picks up that wood. It definitely puts it in there, but automatically starts dropping it by the looks of things. Am I seeing things? Is that not how it's working? Oh, now it's doing it, look. I am not entirely sure why that's not showing up with the amount of wood that we have in there then. Oh, I think it's because you need to actually do the draw key and stuff like that. If we hover over it, it should tell us 6,634 pieces of wood. That's crazy. That is a lot of wood. That's a lot of wood. Right, let's go ahead and make some more sparks then. I do believe I'm going to have to take a trip into the Nether though, because I believe, yes, you need blaze powder, any sort of petal, and we need golden nuggets as well, which is good because we've actually been working on our gold situation with our orchid up the top there. So that's something. Have we got any sort of blaze rods kicking around so I can show you how this works? We do have 2 blaze powder. Right, why have I put blocks of charcoal in there? I have absolutely no idea. Let's put the rest of the gold that we've got in there. And shove these into golden ingots. So we just need a couple of them. So that's that. That's that. And that is that. So there's 1 normal spark. We're going to go ahead just as... Oops, it's night time. Let's go to sleep. Just as a sort of example of what we're trying to do with this sort of project that we've got going on here, I will show you. And that is by putting one of these normal sparks just down on the floor over here by one of these pools. There you go. As you can see, it starts shimmering its way over there. So it's actually sending all of its mana that it gets into there into this one currently. So that's one thing. How? Give me 1 second. Well, guys, our looting saw definitely doing the business down here at the Blairs Farm. I've killed 1 single blaze and ended up with 3 blaze rods, which is absolutely fantastic. No, I was hoping to avoid that, guys. 6 blaze rods is okay. Once we change these, of course, you change these into 2. It's not entirely what I'm after, so I need a few more. But also, there's something I want to go ahead and build that's part of Botania that will help me when making like the Blairs Farm, because at some stage I will want to make this Blairs Farm a possibility. And 9 should actually do it for us. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. Let's grab that mushroom as well. Always useful to have a mushroom. Okay, let's go back to the portal. The pigmen have stopped being angry towards me, which is nice. Thank you very much, pigmen. It was a mistake. I did not mean to murder your brethren in a previous episode. So, you know, I really wish that they wouldn't have done that. But, okay, they've stopped killing me. It's fantastic. So we've got more blaze rods than we actually currently need. There's a reason for that, guys. There is something that's part of Botania called the Botanical Brewery. I mean, I really want to make this, and the reason why is because I want to start making fire resistance potions, so I can go into the Nether and I can actually make the Blairs Farm a thing. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I haven't really known that yet, but I really want that fire resistance for 8 minutes, and the way you can do this is through Botanical Brewery. You can do it through the Brewing Stand as well, but you can get like a big jug which has multiple different, like potions in one jug. I do believe. I think so. I remember it being that was the case. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and finish up what we've got going at our thing. So I've actually created another chest out here because I'm really lazy when it comes to my inventory, and that's the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 of them left, which is fantastic. That's 14. That means we need 14 of these. I'm going to get 10 of them, 2 of them, and 2 of them. Let's start with these ones first. And there's 1 spark, 2 sparks, and then a further 7 sparks, which is exactly what we were after. So now, guys, this is where the good stuff comes in. The amount of mana that we can get ourselves through this method that I'm going to do right now is absolutely fantastic. So let's go and grab this. And it does actually work as I was hoping it would work. As you can see, this one has more mana in it. That's basically because I started by putting more mana in there. Oh, you can actually see through the pool. I started by putting the spark on that first one, so it naturally has more mana in there anyway. But it started to make a big mana pool full of mana. And that's basically what we're after, guys. It's still crafting away. It looks like we're a little bit less on what that is, so I'm going to turn this on for just a smidgen. While I have enough blocks of charcoal at home to last me an absolute lifetime, guys. Honestly, I could chuck them all on the floor here. In fact, no, I don't think I could put them in there, could I? Because they've already created. I don't know if I can go ahead and just plop one down there like that. So let's just leave that as it is. Let that do its business, and that is going to create a load of mana for us, and that will help us out with the orchid later on down the line. Okay, so now, guys, let's go and work towards the Botanical Brewery. So we need a brewing stand. That's the absolute basics here. And I can't remember if I actually made one or not. I think it was for a particular recipe. So we've got a brewing stand, which is fantastic. We need 6 living rock, which we've got anyway. We need a block of mana steel. Now, this is interesting. I don't know if I've got enough iron for this particular job. As always, guys, iron seems to be the sticking point with me. Down there. Let's have a look, see if I've got any iron ore. I haven't got any more iron ore, though. Now, that's interesting. Let's just grab some stone. We need our torches as well. Might as well put that in there, because I don't need it. I also don't need these anymore. So, let's start by putting some around here. And guys, this is going to take a while because for some reason it's actually even slower now to create ore. But there we go, there's some iron. Nice. Oh, luck seems to be on my side today. The RNG seems to be on my side. We're on 8. We need 1 more piece of iron ore. If this one isn't iron ore, I'll just cut recording and we'll move. Oh, look at that, guys. Fantastic. Done and dusted, guys. We needed the 3 iron ore. We've got the 3 iron ore. And we'll slap that in there and get that cooked down. So that will go ahead and make me 9 iron, which I can change into a block of mana steel. Oh, no, we need 5 more iron. We need 5 more iron, guys. I'll be back in a second. Alright, guys, let's start by crafting the first thing, which is, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, our rune of mana, which is fantastic. We should have enough mana inside there with absolutely no problems whatsoever. So now we've got 5 more of the iron ingots. We can shove them in there, get them created up into mana steel. Wonderful. There's 9 mana steel. That's great. We need to rifle around in our backpack for our thing. And once this is done, we'll have the rune of mana then. And we'll have all of the stuff. The brewing stand, the 6 living rock, the mana steel block, and also the mana rune, this thing in a second. So yes, we will have absolutely everything to be able to craft as this. Now this is a very neat little thing. Have I got more than one? No, just the one. Just the one, guys. Just the one. God damn it. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves what we need. So first and foremost, we need the block of mana steel, the rune of mana, the brewing stand. And this thing's cool. This little botanical brewery is really, really cool, guys. It's another one that uses mana, so instead of putting it with the rest of our stuff here, we're going to move it over here, which is where it's going to be taking some mana from. We're just going to slap it down there for the moment. I say for the moment, probably for the duration of the series. We certainly need to go through pretty much everything and pretty it up and make it decent, guys, because at the moment everything is everywhere. There's no buildings, there's nothing, and it's absolutely terrible. So as you can see, there's no GUI, there's nothing on this thing. Now if we take a look in here, you'll see how to actually use it. If we go into there and type in Botanical Brewery, where is it? There it is. Given the versatility of mana, the fact that it can be used to conjure some sort of potions comes to nobody's surprise. Brews are a variant of potions. To put it simply, they're created using mana and a set of ingredients. Unlike potions, brews have defined recipes, and each vial contains multiple doses. In order to create brews, one would require a botanical brewery, vials, and of course the reagents defined in the recipe. The mana functions as both the solvent and the energy source and is given through mana bursts. Simply pointing a mana spreader at the Botanical Brewery will work just fine. So that's how we craft it. We've already done that. We need to make some mana glass vials. Either that or you can make the bigger version of it. Where are they? These things, the flasks, which are absolutely massive. So these actually come with, look, a simple brew mimics the potion of swiftness. When taken, it gives it a similar effect, giving the individual a speed 2 effect. And that's all of that. We, of course, want the fire resistance. There it is. Fire resistance effect, which is a nether wart, magma cream, and a netherrack. And that will give us 8 minutes. And 4 doses of the vial of magma skin. But if we went for the 6 doses in a flask there, we would get the same thing. So he isn't a true dragon. Fire can't kill a dragon. That's true. That is true. Right, we need magma cream, netherrack, and nether wart. We do already have. I don't know if we've got the magma cream or not. I do remember killing some magma creams. Whether or not they dropped their wonderful cream is another thing. Yes, it did. Look at that, guys. That is absolutely what a fantastic start that is. Okay, so we're going to need some glass because I do believe to make vials, should I say, these things, it's mana glass. So to make a flask would be alf glass, which is mana glass back in with alf glass. So that's not too bad. We can go ahead and make some mana glass using this. Let's put 3 of them in there. And then of course over here we'll get our mana glass and we'll shove that through to our wonderful cousins over in the elf domain. And now we've got ourselves the elf glass we need to make the flask, because I do want as much of this as I possibly can. We've got 3 flasks actually, guys, so we could create 3 of these. Now the interesting thing is we're just going to go ahead and grab this mana spreader at the moment because I don't currently have any other mana spreaders kicking around that I can possibly use. At my leisure, wherever you come from. And we're going to put it on the biggest one possible over here. Now, to make this work, guys, it's very, very simple. We take the magma cream, we slap it on there. Where is it? Or do we put the flask on first? We might have to put the flask on. There we go. Magma cream. There we are, look. Nether wart. Netherrack. And there we go. It started. It has started creating that flask for us. And it will go ahead and do so. We should have enough mana in there. I'm certainly hoping so. There was quite a lot of mana in there, so we should have. Does take a while, guys, especially the flasks. The flasks take a little bit longer than you would expect, but that should give us now 6. Oh, there we go. 6 potions basically of fire resistance for 8 minutes. That will do us absolutely no harm when we go down into the depths of the nether there and start getting some more of these blaze rods. Let's go and test this out. Before we go down there, actually, I'm going to create one more potion just to help us out a little bit when it comes to smacking these things. And that is Strength 2. That should certainly help us out. And that gives we've got 6 uses of them for 1.5 minutes. A quick sleep, and let's go to the nether. Alright guys, we're here in the nether, and just round the corner is our blaze spawner. So let's go ahead and get this down our neck. And this. And then there we go. Let's start just swinging like you wouldn't believe at these things here. 2 hits. on most of these, and that seems to work. So what the plan is with this, guys, is I'm going to open it up. Of course, a spawner has a certain range at which it can spawn specific entities at, and I do believe that 2 is just a little bit too short. I think it's a 5 radius, so if we're having stuff spawn on the outside of this, which is absolutely no good for us, guys, because we're losing out on spawns here. And it actually scans the area around it, and whilst it finds those particular entities within its range, it won't spawn anymore. So it won't just keep spawning 50 million of these blazes. It will spawn a certain amount and then just completely stop. So that's what we want to stop doing. Now, the other option that we do have is the mod that actually adds the ability to be able to capture these and put them in their own mob cage. So we could come down here with one of those swords and a soul shard thing and do a soul shard. We could just do it normally, like what we're doing it now. We've got 19 seconds worth of that left. Do you see what I mean? We're losing spawns on the outside of the wall. I can hear them. Yeah, we could do that. Or there is that the Thaumcraft Editions way, which basically... Oh my goodness gracious me. The Thaumcraft Editions way, which is sort of like the Safari Nets, I do believe. Sort of like the Safari Nets. We've got 17 Blairs rods now, guys. This is fantastic. We've lost our strength, but it's okay, because we're not going to get fire on us. Nice. Right, let's back up a little bit. Take some more of this strength. Have a bit tea. And get healing on that. So we've got 21 Blairs rods, guys, which is a good haul, actually. I mean, it used to take me forever to be able to get 21 Blairs rods, guys. It used to take me forever just to get one, because I just kept on getting set on fire and everything. So 23 Blairs rods. I think we'll stay here for the duration of our fire resistance, because we may as well keep it and put it to good use. See how many Blairs rods that we do get. Alright, guys, there's 7 seconds left of this, and it's managed to find a way out. I'm going to have to put a door on there or something. I've opened up the spawn area inside there, so I can actually spawn more things. As you can see, now we're going to leave, so I don't die. I will need to put a door on there so that nothing bad tries to get me. So let's go to the portal there and come back through. How many did we get? Well, I'll show you when we get to the other side, when we get back home. We got a modest... I was trying to open the spawn area more than try to kill the things. So I could have definitely got more. But we got 63 Blairs rods altogether, guys, which I don't think is a bad haul considering. That'll give us plenty of sparks going forwards, guys, for anything. I got some nightmare fuel. I have no idea where I got that from. But I've managed to grab some. Oh, okay, so a bit of coal that I've mined from the thing up there, the orchid, has actually dropped into my mana pool and has created us this nightmare fuel. No idea what that is, actually. Let's go ahead and take a quick gander in the book at nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel, there it is. So nightmare fuel is an advanced fuel created by mana infusion. It seems to be edible. Really? What the heck? That doesn't seem like a good thing to eat. You can see it makes nightmare fuel. I wonder... Let's give it a try, shall we? We could die by this, guys, but it's okay. Oh my lord. What is that? It's giving me bad luck for, slowness for, weakness for, blindness for. It's just given me a lot of bad stuff, basically, that we didn't really want. So, I wonder if... Oh, spirit fuel? What the heck is that? We have to eat it to make it. Spirit fuel. Spirit fuel is an edible material which is obtained by eating nightmare fuel. Holding a Lexical Botania and right-clicking a living rock pedestal with spirit fuel in it will unlock new knowledge. Okay, that's interesting. It's an edible material, so we can eat it further. We can eat it again if we really wanted to. It's obtained by holding a Lexical Botania and right-clicking a living rock pedestal with spirit fuel will unlock new knowledge. Okay, let's give this a try. So the living rock pedestal is actually something that got added by one of these botanical add-ons that we're going to give a try, actually. So, pedestal. And it's actually used for a variety of different things. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6 living rock. I don't think I've got enough. I've got 3 there. Have I got any kicking around anywhere else? I do this all the time, guys, and it turns out that I haven't. So I may as well go and start making some more. We've got some smooth stone outside here that we can go ahead and craft ourselves some more of this living rock. So if you don't know what pedestals are, guys, you can basically get the, where is it? That thing? The Petal Apothecary. It's got the same sort of texture as that, but with this you can actually create gravel or sand or something with this living rock pedestal by hammering away inside of that. So we're going to make one of these and see exactly what is going on. Oops, put my thing away. See what exactly is going on with this spirit fuel. I could eat it further. I don't know if it then changes into something else, but there you go. Uses for spirit fuel. We can get a spirit fragment by hammering away in the living rock pedestal, of course. What about nightmare fuel? Does it tell us in there that we actually get... Right, uses for nightmare fuel. Oops. Smelts 12 items. Okay, so you can still use it as fuel as well, which is pretty awesome. And it actually, that's pretty cheap. Because if you think about it, coal does 8 uses, and if nightmare fuel does 12 uses, then it's actually not a bad source of fuel early on in Botania. Very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead, and we need one of the golden nuggets as well. And we should be able to make the living rock pedestal. Wonderful. Oh, got an advancement as well. We're going to just stick it over here. And then, what did it say? Right click it. It's there. It hasn't given me any advancements. Shift right click? It's lying to me, guys. Right clicking a living rock pedestal with spirit fuel in it will unlock... Oh, okay. Wrong button. Right, that's not giving me any more knowledge. Do we have to do something with the hammer? Is that what it's saying? It doesn't really say. Oh, there we go. It is with a hammer. So we need a mana steel hammer. Shift click to see the recipe. I need 6 more iron ingots and a living wood twig. I don't believe I have that. I've got 1 more piece of iron in here, guys. We really need to sort out our situation when it comes to ores and stuff like that, and get this thing here automated. It'd be fantastic if we could. The problem is, guys, is getting the amount of mana that it actually needs to be able to do that. So as you can see, we're actually getting a decent amount of mana over here, which is great. Let's go and turn this on for a little bit because we've run out of charcoal coming into this area. Well, we've got a spirit fuel, guys, and I think I put it into the living rock pedestal over there as well. I'm interested to see what it does, though. I'm interested to see, and I'm pretty sure you guys will be as well. So I'll just let this pile off into there and get 4 things going, so that this continues making lovely sweet mana for us, which is great. Seems to be going okay. I've got my monocle. I'm sure I have my monocle on me. I do have my monocle. I can't seem to see what's going on inside there. Maybe I need that. Yes, I do need that. Okay, there's another one. It's taking its sweet time to smelt it down into charcoal. That's the issue. It takes no time at all to put it into the actual smelter, but it's taking forever to do anything else with. So what we're going to do then, guys, is we are going to get ourselves the iron that we need to further our foray, really, into a little bit of extra Botania, or whatever the mod's called, Botania add-on. But to do that, of course, we need iron. And to get iron, we need to stand here for 20 minutes. Actually, I've just had a thought, guys. Didn't it say I had to have the thing in my hand to be able to do this? Holding the Lexica Botania and right-clicking a living pedestal with that. Oh, there we go. Look at this, guys. Right, clock with a thingy. So what does that actually give us? I have literally no idea what that does for us, guys. I don't know what it unlocks, but it sounds awesome. We've got a few stuff here that actually I don't really know what the heck they're from. Black hole talisman, yes, I already remember that. Brewing flasks, bubble. All the green stuff is from the things. Remember, the cocoon of desire will slowly evolve the rudimentary contents inside into a creature. Giving it items via a right click or simply dropping them on it changes the creature hatching from the cocoon of desire. Okay, so that's interesting. If anybody's played Garden of Glass, you know that Cocoon of Caprices, which is what this is based on, if you plant them down, you could have anything inside that. You could have sheep, you could have a cow, you could have a wolf, you could have anything inside this thing. So obviously shift clicking or right clicking items onto it changes the creature hatching, which is pretty awesome actually. Block of coal makes a wither skeleton, wheat makes pig, wool makes sheep, more are to be discovered. Interesting. Cocoon of desire, what a texture that is, guys. What a texture. Also gilded potatoes, medal for heroism. What? Nerf this. I'm suggesting that maybe the stuff in red was added by a different mod. Curse Ring applies the wither and unlock effect on creatures looked at by the wearer at the cost of some mana. Interesting. The enchanted orchid can infuse grass blocks beneath it to create enchanted soil. It will need a black lotus, a large quantity of mana, and a long time for each transformation. Wow, look at the state of that recipe. My goodness gracious me. The Fail Gnaw, that looks pretty good actually. Uses mana to shoot magic arrows which pierce through enemies and deal damage to the creatures in the area. The longer you draw the bow, the more damage it will deal. Again, mana-infused string, medal for heroism, don't know where you get that from, but I don't have it. Flux mana field, maybe not, because the Flux mana field was in this mod for a long, long time. Garden of King's Law. Can summon flowers, which are recorded by it, to give the enemy a heavy blow. Just place it on the living rock pedestal, hold a flower, and right-click to record. Different flowers will have different effects. For example, Blood Enchantress will deal high damage, Sunshine Lily will set enemies on fire, but not every type of flower can be recorded. This is interesting, guys. Garden of King's Law. This is very interesting. Some of this stuff, I had no idea that this even existed. Infinite wine. You can drink almost infinite times. Costs mana to restore it. Just need to combine special made cocktails with Hero's Medal. What is this Hero's Medal? And how do you get it? Nature Orb. There's a lot of stuff in here actually. Medal for heroism. Is it even in here? Let's type it in. Hero. No. It's not even in there, guys. Alright, so this episode has come to a close, guys. I know it's a slightly smaller episode than the rest of the times there, but unfortunately I just don't have the time. I've got a lot of things to do today. And I've managed to get done what I wanted to get done, which was the sparks over the... Oh my goodness, let's turn that off quick. I turned it on to start making some more beef, but it's all gone a bit crazy. So we've done that, guys, which is fantastic. Then we've done the Botanical Brewery, and we've opened up the area down by the Blairs spawner there so we can get more stuff. Next episode we're going to come back, and I'm not entirely sure what I want to do next, but I think we're getting towards doing sort of like the Gaia Guardian sort of fight and stuff like that, but we need some more mana to be able to do that. We certainly need this sorting. This is one of the things that we definitely need to start automating, is this orchid. And I have an idea of how to do that. It's a very simple idea. It's basically borrowing off what Gorwydden does in my Garden of Glass series. I don't know if that's out yet, guys, by the way. I'm hoping for it to come out in tandem with this. So this one comes out on a Thursday, does this episode usually, and then Garden of Glass, maybe I'll get that out on a weekend. But the thing is, that moves so quickly. The episodes that you see, I will be much further ahead than what you can actually see on screen, especially if I do only weekly episodes. So I'm hoping to get a couple of like smaller episodes done just so I can get them out a bit more regularly for you guys. Anyway, if you're interested in joining the Patreon server, by the way, you can do. All the links will be in the description below. It's simply the $5 pledge on Patreon, and that will get yourselves the access to that. Don't forget, there is a link to my Discord in chat as well. That is completely free, guys. You can pop along and join in on the Discord chat and see what we're up to. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'm not going to be putting these episodes up on Twitch anymore. I probably will be doing what I said in a previous episode. I'm giving these episodes out a week in advance, like I would do on Twitch, say, for example, but for my Patreon subscribers. So if that's something you're interested in, of course, go ahead, pop down onto the description below there, guys, and follow the link over to Patreon itself. And I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to just keep that. I'm going to put that at the dollar one. So even if you give $1, you will get access to my videos much quicker than YouTube gets them. So just keep that in mind there, guys. If you want to go and see more details, again, go ahead in the description below. But I will see you guys next episode. Until then, have the top man. As always, stay safe.